Welcome to the Wirraway versus Heclapar play-by-mail campaign. It is the 23rd of February, 1942. This turn, we will attempt to take Madras in India and Balikpapan on Borneo. Looks like Trusty is operating off Batavia. She'll sink a small AKL. Night bombing raid on the heavy industry. Off Viz. So Muntak, we're sending in a fast transport task force. We identified a submarine badly damaged submarine in harbor here. She seems too badly damaged to escape, so we'll send in the infantry to take her. And landing at Samarinda. So the escorts are destroying mines in the minefield that was identified by the minesweepers. The minesweepers were damaged by the shore guns, shore batteries, so they're returning to Sorbahat for repair. But since they detected and swept a path through the minefields, the escorts are cleaning it up. We'll check Minakazi. We got the message that damage control is failing, but I don't think she's in any real danger of sinking on her way back to Sorbaha. Sweeping over my tank regiment. Doesn't really currently have enough air power in India, particularly after the damaged number of his bombers and destroyed number of his bombers at Madras a few turns about 5 days ago. So not flying cap over the advancing tanks. He can slow them down a bit, but it's okay. It's the Kates trying to catch that submarine we identified in port. The Nells are disrupting his units at Balikpapan to reduce the risk that they're able to damage the oil. Though there is debate about whether that makes any difference. You may recall we're also going to be attacking at Changsha this turn. So the bombers were going into Changsha. They continue to hit the airfield at Bandoing. Weather's pretty bad, but we've got to suppress the fort building here. Same thing at Manila. Hitting the airfields at Ankang, at a supply hits. This just attacks in his operational depth. Airfield suppression at Changsha. Get some supply hits too. Always good. The real supply suck is going to come in the battle. He has 100,000 troops there. Yep, Blenheims and some addicts hitting my tanks. Oh, a few marauders. They don't appear to be having much luck. This is the advantage of attacking in India this early. The Allied air power is still pretty anemic. By April, May, be much more formidable. Just about graduated. We've just about graduated our first fully trained class of ASW pilots for Army aircraft. Navy aircraft are close behind. What I generally do is set up 2 or 3 Sentais early on of Sallies and Nels and or Bettys and move them to spots of infestation. But Heclapar doesn't use, or so far doesn't use the submarines in mass in certain areas. He tends to have a few in all over the map. So I might have to approach that a bit differently. I don't generally employ ASW until I train it out. It's to 70 skill. My experience, anything less than 70 is a significant drop off in attacks, though, again, opinions on this differ. It is a matter of detection levels, so you have to saturate an area with search and ASW. Okay. So our first deliberate attack at Bandoing. I think this is our first deliberate attack. Maybe our second. Let's see how it goes. Significant losses in our regiments, which is typical. It's not bad. Didn't reduce the fort level, though. 3,000 calories looks awful, but what you're really looking for is destroyed squads, and they tend to be exaggerated. This was not really particularly effective. Oh, interesting. Destroyed one of his smaller units. So not didn't reduce the forts and knocked out about 20% of his combat power. That's not bad, but it's going to be a little tougher even with the tanks there. Um, that might have been just a bad Grigsby roll. We'll see. Okay, so this is a very good outcome here. But I didn't order the attack this turn. So apparently I didn't order the attack this turn. Okay, Madras.
Hello, all you poor GIs and Marines. This is Orphan Ann at Radio Tokyo, bringing you some hot music and another blow to your morale. Today, our High Command announced that the ever-victorious forces of the Japanese
Just
Empire have
trash
landed
there at
in
Madras other than a medium regiment. Interesting. So previous attack and air attacks have reduced these guys to nothing. It should bode well for the infrastructure there. Starving Dutch. Allied artillery at Clark, a little less effective this turn. Okay. Well, mixed bag. Um, generally good results on the Ankang Road. Uh, good result at Madras. Good result at Mount Tappan. Uh, not a great, probably just a bad result at landowing on Java. We'll see. We'll cycle through this pretty quickly. Aircraft losses should be pretty nominal on both sides. Oh, it's Catalina's left at Madras, I presume. Let's check out any updates on ship sunk. Some MTBs destroyed at Madras. Yes, there's still, it says there's a light cruiser in port at Montauk, but it's actually a submarine. Let's check Heclapar. Very minor damage. It's good. Prepare the oil. Turn on the refinery. We'll take Samarinda next turn, and then begin to prepare for Terracan. Let's take a look at what happened here. Ooh, first tank regiment is going to take a while to recover. Eighth tank is pretty good shape. Fourth division's in good shape. 21st division, less good shape. Artillery looks decent. Fourth tank is fine. Second tank is fine. 144th Infantry Regiment. Uh, this is fine. These regiments, these veteran regiments, recover quickly, and they tend to get regiments tend to get beat up in this sort of fight because of the algorithm. And this will make it cheaper to uh, change these units so I can rebuild their divisions. Can't rebuild the 31st, but uh, the 144th is part of the 55th Division, which is currently in Burma, and this will make it a little cheaper to buy out. But again, it's a veteran regiment and may recover so fast I can send it back into the fight. Otherwise, I'll buy it out and reform the 55th Division. Okay, well, that's not too bad. One tank regiment beat up, one division uh, minorly beat up, and one regiment badly beat up, but not a big deal. But not dropping the forts was frustrating. Okay, let's check. I think can wait for a couple more divisions to reinforce Changsha. We're in good shape here. Tank regiment's good. That one's a little beat up. That one's quite beat up. No losses, but it'll take a little while to recover. 40th Division. It's going to have to be rotated out. 15th Tank is pretty beat up. 36th Division will not have to be rotated out. It will recover quickly. Ah, I haven't bought this unit out. I should have. I'm going to have to fix that. I think I missed that before. I missed that one too. So I need to spend some points to buy those units out. It's not good. How did I miss? Gonna have to save up to meet our game rules. That's unfortunate. I'll hold off attacking again until I can pay the TPs. I'm not sure how I missed them. Okay, sloppy. Madras. Ooh, the heavy industry took a beating. Yeah, lost a third of it. It's okay. Looks like the light cav unit went that way, and medium artillery regiment went that way. We'll trap the medium artillery regiment between the paratroopers and the infantry and try to run down that cav regiment and continue to maneuver north of the river and down to Asansol and be just about ready to drop on Jess, or no reason to drop on Jess or until Asensal falls. And then we have two divisions here, bring a third division here, or maybe a fourth, leave one division in reserve. We'll take Calcutta and Diamond Harbor, backup units, Naval Guard units and paratroopers will wrap up this part of the campaign while we shift. If we can, we'll mass paratroopers if it's an option, which may mean infantry or light tanks will have to do the work over here. But if we can't take Warangay with paratroopers, a mass paratrooper assault, uh, we'll have to advance through this open hex up this minor road and rail to take this base. Why do we need to do that? Well, we'll probably need this for cap, long range cap, as we advance into the open onto Hyderabad. So we're not going to try to take Bangalore, sorry. Why? Garrison's requirement is 150, and it only has 21 heavy industry and 41 light industry. It's just not worth tying down a full regiment or a third of a division. We've got some garrison units coming. They are about 140 AV, but it'll be weeks before they arrive in theater, and I just can't afford to pull veteran divisions offline to garrison for minor that minor win. So that's the plan. Keep an eye on what's going on here. Bring some transports. We have one detail of long-range transport, Mavis transports, and we'll fly this SNLF out of Norfolk. We really can't support it right now. More activity here. I don't believe that that's really the ship mix, but we're moving submarines in to check. He hasn't been mining his ports or bases very effectively, so our submarines have been able to operate in and around his ports. I'm sure that will change soon, and as soon as the American ships get their ASW upgrades, it definitely can't operate in shallow water. And you have to be careful from day one operating as the British because their ASW is already quite good. Anyway, so that was the 23rd of February turn, and mixed bag. Most days are. I'll look forward to talking with you again soon.